Okay, now going to be doing my next WrestleMania review, in which the last one I did was WrestleMania VII, and I hope you all enjoyed that. We're now be moving on to my next WrestleMania review, and it's going to be WrestleMania VIII. And this time I'm going to be looking everything up on my phone on here, just instead of like reading the matches off of the tape that I have. So let's see at this one. With the tagline, "Friendship Torn Apart, the Macho Flair Affair." Yeah. Held April 5th, 1992, with an attendance of 62,167 fans at the Hoosier Dome in Indianapolis, Indiana, the then home to the Indianapolis Colts at that time, not long before they had moved from Baltimore and became the Indianapolis Colts. But let's just say the main event match was not good, and the other one, which was the WWF Championship, should have been the main event. So, here we go with our matches. We had ourselves a dark match, or in the later years, like 2003, I think, or 2 or 1, the Sunday Night Heat match. But still, that would be this. The Bushwhackers, Luke and Butch, against the Beverly Brothers, and the Bushwhackers, surprisingly, won that. Yeah. So that just brings us to our opening match. Shawn Michaels, who's doing his solo, singles career, with the Sensational Sherry against El Matador, Tito Santana. This one lasted for 12 minutes, as it says. I didn't really pay a lot of attention to it. I only paid attention to a few of these matches on here. So, Shawn Michaels still got the win in this one. It was not a bad opener. Good matches against two good wrestlers, but, just not all that bad. Next match, and now I mentioned him before in the last one, and that is The Undertaker against Jake the Snake Roberts. The Undertaker's first match as a face after being a heel in WrestleMania VII, but despite receiving a face pop from the crowd, where this time he got a louder pop than from WrestleMania VII, as he turned face on the funeral parlor, in which Jake said to him, "Whose side are you on?" And he said, "Not yours." And that made him turn face, but he also turned on Jake the Snake when Jake the Snake tried to take a steel chair and hit the Macho Man and Miss Elizabeth with, and The Undertaker stopped him. So that set the matchup between these two at WrestleMania VIII. Now, The Undertaker had a really good entrance as well, along with Paul Bearer, and good response from the crowd. And I think Jake got, some of them from the crowd as well. But they clearly were behind The Undertaker. They know that this is his first match as a face. So there you go. This match was shorter than Shawn Michaels and Tito Santana. This one was only 6 minutes. 6 minutes and 36 to be exact. But it just ends with The Undertaker giving the tombstone to Jake the Snake Roberts on the floor on the outside, even though his head never hits the floor because you don't want to cause an injury or anything or a concussion, and puts him back into the ring and gets the win 1, 2, 3, and that's it. Yeah. So 2-0 for The Undertaker. Next, Bret the Hitman Hart against Rowdy Roddy Piper for the Intercontinental Championship. Now, this was a pretty good match. A battle between two good wrestlers. This one lasted 13 minutes. Both of these guys are faces, I think. As I think last time Roddy Piper was a heel was back in the later years, or early years, like 90 or 80, so I don't know. So it ended with Bret Hart getting a roll up on Roddy Piper and just got the win 1, 2, 3, and a good pop from the crowd, and just like that, got it. And a good show of respect from Rowdy as he puts the belt on him and raises his hand, and that's basically it. Next, an 8-man tag team match, which also I believe this had Ray Combs, the host from the TV show Family Feud, doing announcing as well, not commentating or commentary, announcing. And it was the Big Boss Man, Virgil, Sergeant Slaughter, and Jim Duggan. Sergeant Slaughter is a face now in this one, and waving like an American flag instead of like the Iraq flag or whatever. This is pretty much like the face team versus the heel team, and the heel team is the Nasty Boys, Brian and Jerry, the Repo Man, and the Mountie. Yeah, the better team just pretty much got the win in this one, because you got the Boss Man, and you got Sergeant Slaughter and Jim Duggan. Well, Virgil's, he wasn't bad as a wrestler, but still, you just have the Nasty Boys, and you got the Repo Man, which was nothing, and the Mountie. Just really nothing. So, give the win to the face team, obviously. Alright, next, which is the singles match for the WWF Championship. The Macho Man, Randy Savage, along with Miss Elizabeth, against Ric Flair with Mr. Perfect. Now, Ric Flair, who became the champion at the 1992 Royal Rumble, and the reason he did because there was no champion, because Hulk Hogan was stripped of his title at Tuesday in Texas by using The Undertaker's urn. So he was stripped, and then President Jack Tunney announced that at the Royal Rumble, whoever wins will be the champion, instead of getting a shot at WrestleMania. Although some people that have won the Royal Rumble never really got a shot at WrestleMania. Like, for example, Vince McMahon, when he won it in 1999, it was Stone Cold against The Rock for the WWF Championship. Still. But I'm just saying. So, let's just say, Ric Flair, I forgot what I was saying. Ric Flair won the Royal Rumble and defended his title against Randy Savage. And did Ric Flair win? Nope. The Macho Man did. By reversing a kick by Ric Flair and putting him into a roll-up, and got the win. And although there was some I'm just watching the Oriole game when there's somebody almost hit a home run. Sorry, back to this. So anyway, Randy Savage gets the win, and this was actually a good match. It really was. And Ric Flair, who I think got in trouble for blatting, which is also known as bleeding, something he got in trouble for. I think he got fined for it or something like that. So he still lost the match, but he would later get it back, in a couple months or whatever. So there you go. So, that's it for that. Now we have Tatanka against Rick the Model Martel. This is just nothing. It only lasted 4 minutes. I didn't really pay much attention because that's the way I am. Tatanka wins. The Tag Team Championship match for the WWF Tag Team Championship, the Natural Disasters, Earthquake and Typhoon, against Money Incorporated, or Money Inc., Ted DiBiase, and Irwin R. Shyster, along with Jimmy the Mouth of the South Hart. And really didn't pay much attention as I was just looking forward to the main event. But still, the Natural Disasters won, but by count out. Yeah, so wasn't really a big fan of Money Inc., though, to be honest. And next, Owen Hart against Skinner, the crocodile guy. Yeah, this was just 1 minute and 36 seconds. I don't even know why this was on there. This probably should have been at least after the Shawn Michaels and Tito Santana match, but Owen Hart just gets the win. Again, only 1 minute and 36. Well, that just leads us to our main event now. And my question is, why was this the main event? Hulk Hogan versus Sid Justice, also known as Psycho Sid or Sid Vicious in WCW. And again, with the tagline, Friendship Torn Apart, which is Justice and Hogan. I just didn't really pay much attention. I really did not. I did see it, and I thought Hulk Hogan was going to win, but then here came Papa Shango, who interfered, and Hogan would get the win by disqualification as well. And then we also see the return of the Ultimate Warrior, because I don't really know exactly why, but it was pretty good to see him return. It was a long run down there. It was, it was just very long too, but seeing him do that run was really cool as well. And then doing his pose in the river with Hulk Hogan, that's just basically it. But once again, like I said, the main event should have been Randy Savage against Ric Flair. This one just pretty much ruined it a little bit, but seeing the Warrior return was good. It saved it a little bit, but not that much. But as for review of this WrestleMania, I am giving this a 6.5 out of 10. Yes, I'm giving it a lower one than WrestleMania VII, because WrestleMania VII has had a good ending. Well, even though Hulk Hogan won and some people were getting tired of him, but still, this one, just the main event on here was wrong. It just should have been a different one. And that's it for that. So that's it for WrestleMania VIII. So I hope you all enjoyed this review. Leave a comment, and please like this video, and please subscribe. It's not a bad thing, it's a good thing.